All right, family. So it's Friday. Um, um, I felt like something was on my lip. I'm over here moving my beard around. You know, you get a long beard, man. Sometimes your beard is tickling your lip, or your hair is going all over the place, man. So I've been up since about 2:30 this morning. And the moment my nose is hurting, but the moment I got up, I looked at my phone. Sometimes it ain't good to look at your phone right when you wake up, even if you're trying to get your thoughts together. And a tenant texts me with a problem. The house is overflowing. I'm like, come on, man. I just, when I wake up in the morning time, man, I want this to be my happy time. I want this to be my peace time. And they talking about the house is overflowing, the water's everywhere. I don't know. I was like, good God. It's 2 o'clock in the morning. What can I do? Nothing. Right. And in this process between yesterday afternoon, probably about like, I don't know, 2 p.m. or so, to where we are now, I grappled with like four different singular messages. Like I had about four different messages in my mind. And I'm toying with them, and I'm like, well, do I go this direction? Do I go that direction? How do I keep this, and what do I say? Um, and then when I go to find a title for a message, I have to find a title that I didn't use before. Because you talking about 371 days. Yeah, there's multiple titles you're gonna use. There's multiple things you could say in the section, but I literally had to come up with 371 different titles and 371 different messages that are not the same, right? And so all of these things that I was grappling with this morning. And so I came up with this one, which is, you know, yeah, how to accomplish your goals. How to accomplish your goals. There's, most times people start the year, they have these like, hey, I want to accomplish this. I want to do this. This is, am I talking to the right group? Do we have goals that we want to accomplish? We have goals that we're trying to accomplish. We have things that we're trying to go after. Um, and and oftentimes we struggle with accomplishing those goals. So I was reading something today as I was praying to God, and I was seeking Him about what I was going to say this morning, and He gave me a wonderful example of how to accomplish your goals. Our boy Paul, he was talking in Ephesians, and he was talking. He said, man, my desire, and my want is to be like Jesus. It's to be it. It's to suffer with Him. It's to have the life He had. It's to walk in His presence. And he was just talking about the things that he wanted. And he said, although I have not obtained it yet, I'm singular in this thought process to say, I forget those things which are behind. I'm a single mind. He said, I want to be like Jesus. I want to live the life Jesus had. I want to be just like Him. And so I paused, and I thought about it. When we talk about trying to get a goal, the number one thing is you gotta have a goal that is, number one, bigger than you. Your goal, your desire has to be more like a vision statement for your life. It's something that's bigger than you. That's something that is something that drives you every single day. that you have to continually work on all the time. It's you know, my boy CT said, it's my magnificent obsession. It's the thing that I'm just obsessed with. That I just want it. What's the thing that you're obsessed with? What's the thing that's just a goal of yours? What's the thing that is just a desire of yours that just seems like, man, this is bigger than me? Well, one of my desires is to be forever financially free. For my children to be financially free, that nobody else in my family ever have to worry about money. That we are completely financially free, that we break the back of poverty from my genealogy, that all of my children's will have an inheritance and they are financially free. I want them to work. I want them to be good human beings, but I want them never have to taste the pain of poverty. That is a desire of mine. That is a passion of mine. That is something that I want. So for you, what is it, the thing that you want? What's the thing that you desire? What's the thing that is that insatiable, drive on the inside of you? That thing that you just like, man, I want it. For Paul, it was like, I want to be just like Christ. I want to suffer like Christ. I want to experience the life as Christ. I want this. This is my desire. This is my passion. So we're talking about how to obtain goals. See. Some goals that we have are too small and they're too finite. They're too small. I want to lose 3 pounds. Great. And then after you lose the 3 pounds, then what? And then I want to lose another 7. And then what? Right? Versus I want to live to 100 years old and maintain my faculties and be able to take care of myself and take showers by myself and I want to have a healthy life and I want to be able to run with my great grandkids and I want to see the difference. It's something that you're saying that I have to work towards every single day. It's something that's bigger than me. It ain't a I'm gonna accomplish this in 6 months or 2 months and 3 months. This is something this is a desire of me that I fall in love with and I become passionate about. All right? Well, Dr. Abraham, your passion ain't to be just like Jesus. Yeah, to be like Jesus. But I'm just keeping it real with you. I'm saved. I love the Lord, but I'm just keeping it real with you, man. I want poverty to be broken off my family's back forever. Just like I want fatherlessness to be broken off of my bloodline forever. There's some things I want to be. There's some curses that have led through my lifestyle that I want them to be gone, eradicated, destroyed. I want these ops to be destroyed, and poverty is one of them, man. When you grow up poor, man, it ain't a good feeling, man. The psychological trauma that poverty puts on people, man. Why I don't be tripping on people, man. I don't trip on people, man. When I see people doing things, I don't be tripping on people, man. Oh man, this person out here robbing people. My freshman year in college, man, I was so hungry physically, hungry emotionally. I had a whole group together that I was conspiring to start to rob the little white kids at my school, man. At the University of Buffalo, man. I like, listen, we need to get these ski masks, these kids out here driving around in the BMWs, man. And we need to start jacking. Thank God saved me. But if you ain't never been hungry, if you ain't never been thirsty, if you ain't never been without, you don't know what that feel like. You don't know what it feel like. You don't know what it feel like to feel like you have to go get it and you feel like your back is against the wall. You don't know that feeling. So we judge people. So number one, we're trying to accomplish our goals, there needs to be a sensational desire on the inside of us to say, I want this with everything on the inside of me, and it's bigger than me. It's bigger than me. I have a burning desire for this. And then Paul went on to say, he said, I didn't obtain it yet. I ain't got it. It's bigger than me. I ain't got this yet. I love it. He said, I haven't been perfected in this yet. He kept it a G. He kept it playing with him. He said, I ain't got this yet. I ain't lying to y'all. I'm not walking around here saying that I can sit on the beach of Tahiti and chill all day and my money making money for me, and Dr. Abraham ain't never got to get on a plane again to go speak. No, man, I'm not saying that. I got to go to work. I'm not walking around acting like I got it yet, but it's a desire of mine. And then he said, he went on to say this. He said, I didn't get it, but what I learned is that I got to forget the things that are in the past. One of the hardest issues for us is having selective amnesia. Having amnesia, selective amnesia. For you to accomplish your goal that you have in front of you in 2023, for you to accomplish, for us to accomplish the goal, to accomplish the life that we want to live and go after our desires, there has to be I forget my failures of the past. I forget my failures of the past. And then he said, I press towards the mark of the high calling in God in Christ Jesus. For me to accomplish the life I want to live, I got to first have a desire, a sensational desire, something I say, this is mine. I want it with everything on the inside of me. It has to be something that's bigger than me, that drives me, that I'm passionate about. Then I have to have selective amnesia. I forget my failures of the past. I forget my shortcomings of the past, because when you're going after something, when you're pressing for something, when you're pushing for something, when you're trying to get something, you're gonna fail. You're gonna have shortcomings. You're gonna not do it right the first time. That is part of the process. That's part of my process. You know, you go to the gym. You have a desire to live a healthy lifestyle. You go to the gym and you struggle and you grapple with something. It's difficult. It's hard. You don't do good your first day. You don't do good your second day. You don't do good your fourth day. You got to forget all those days that you didn't do good and continually press towards your goal that you have in front of you. You got to forget the things that you did in the past. You got to forget the shortcomings that you had. You got to forget all the mistakes that you had. You got to forget all of it and say, I'm going to continually press. Every day that I have air in my lungs, I'm going to press towards this thing that I want. I'm going to press. Now, in the midst of the press, it will get ugly. While you're pressing, while you're going after it, things will get ugly. Things will get tough. Things will get difficult. It'll get dark. It'll get you'll start to sweat. But you got to keep the press. You got to keep going with the thing that you say that you want, because it becomes something that you become obsessed with. It becomes a desire that you have to say, I want this with everything on the inside of me. So how do we accomplish our goals? Number one, we have to have a burning desire for the thing that we say we want. There has to be a burning desire for the thing that we say we want. What's the thing that you have a burning desire for? What's the thing that you just it wakes you up at night? It keeps you up. It keeps you up late. It gets you up early. What is the thing that you have a burning desire? Say, I want this with everything on the inside of me. And everything you do is about that. I sell books. It's about being financially free. It's about unlocking people's potential. It's about liberating people. It's about seeing them live their best life. I'm trying to unlock greatness in people around me. My first book, What Success Looks Like, Increasing Graduation Rates for Young Males of Color. Well, how that's about financial freedom, Dr. Abraham? Because I know statistically, if I can get black and brown males to graduate high school, they don't end up in prison, and worse, they don't end up getting killed in the streets. But if I can inspire educators who might not look like they black and brown, but are down for the cause and say they want to do something right, they can liberate and set people free, and these young men could be the kings that their ancestors were, who God has called them to be. I'm trying to unlock the shackles of the bondage of people who young kings who don't, that oftentimes are walking around hopeless around this country because they don't feel like nothing, because they didn't get no education. So not only I'm trying to get myself, my family, to financial freedom, it's about also liberating others to do the same. Paul said, my desire is to be like Christ, but his also desire of his writing and his teaching, it was to lead other people to be like Christ also. That was his desire. That was his passion. So what's your passion? What's your desire? What's the thing that you just, I want to do this. This is what I feel like my calling is. What is that for you? And then will you forget the things and the failures that you had in the past? Will you forget the names that they used to call you in high school? Will you forget the quote unquote glory days when you didn't know Jesus as your Lord and Savior? Will you forget all of those things? Man, I remember when I used to be on the corner slanging them packs, man. I had all the money before I went to jail. Man, I used to be out there getting all the women, man. I used to get them all, man. Before I got married, man, I was that dude, man. Will you forget the things in the past so that you can live this new life? I forget the things in the past so I can live this new life. This life that's passionate, that has purpose. This life that God has called me to say, Mark, I called you to make an impact on this world. Success family, I've called you to make an impact on this world. So I forget the things in the past. And then I press towards my goal. I give it everything I got. I press towards it. And everything that I have is single-minded in the aspect of I'm going after this. I'm going after it with everything I got. I understand that as I'm pressing, I will sweat. As I press, it's going to be hard. As I press, I might fall. As I press, I might cry. As I press, I might make some mistakes. As I press, things ain't going to always work out the way I want it. As I press, people going to slam the door in my face. As I press, I'm going to be misunderstood. As I press, I'm going to have to strain. As I press, I'm going to get stronger. He said, I had a single mind. I was single-minded in this, man. That's my only desire, is to be like Jesus, to experience the life that Jesus had. So what is your single-minded goal? What is your single-minded focus? What's the thing that you're single-minded about to say, this is the thing that I have been created to do? So how do you accomplish your goals? Number one, have a goal. Have something that motivates you, that inspires you. What is it? Make it bigger. What is your vision statement for your life? Why were you created? What was you created to do? What's the thing that you just say? It irritates you that you see it, man. When I was going through Africana studies, man, in my bachelor's degree, man, it irritated me, man, that black people got cut off from their heritage and they didn't know their ancestors. And that they didn't know that they came from kings, and they didn't know that they're the majority, but might be the minority. It irritated me when I found in the Bible that we were supposed to be successful and wealthy, and I wasn't seeing that in my community. It bothered me with everything on the inside of me. So what's the thing that irritates you? What's the thing that bothers you? What's the thing that drives you? And then be real with yourself. I ain't accomplished it yet. This is a life mission. I ain't got this yet. This is a life mission. This ain't something that I'm going to accomplish in 1 year, 2 years, or 6 months. This is something I'm going to be on the battlefield doing this for the rest of my life. This is what I've been created to do. I'm never looking to retire. I'm going to be 99 years old doing the morning affirmations. It might be in the metaverse at that time. I might be doing it doggone standing up in a metaverse, sitting over there, and y'all could be in there in your stance, and your great-great-grandchildren be there, and I'm sitting there giving them high five, telling them that they multi-millionaires and that they're successful and they need to be living out their dream. I want to do this for the rest of my life. This is my passion, to liberate people, to see them be successful. This is my life's calling, man. My life's calling is to see the greatness unlocked in people. That's my life's calling. I'm going to do this forever. So that's my desire. And then, do I have a single mind? Everything I do needs to be aligned with this purpose, because that's the vision for my life. My mission needs to be singular, that everything I do aligns with my vision for my life. And then I got to give myself grace, because I know that as I press, it ain't always going to look pretty. It's not always going to look cute. And then when I make mistakes in this journey, which we all will because we're human beings, I forget my past mistakes. I forget my issues in the past. I forget those things that I've done. I forget them, and I keep going. Well, family, that's my time. That's my time. That's the time. How do you accomplish your goals? How do you accomplish your goals? I gave you 4 steps. I gave you 4 steps. And in those 4 steps, man, I'm telling you, they're powerful, they're life-changing. We can do anything we put our minds to. We can accomplish anything that we set out to accomplish. We can have anything that we desire and that we say that we're going to do. We can have all of it. But make sure that the things that we are going after and the things that we get involved in line up with our life's mission. That we don't deviate from the mission that we have for our life by every little new flashy thing that tries to get our attention. If it doesn't line up with your life mission, it ain't for you. If it don't line up with the direction that you're going in and it pulls you in a direction opposite than where we're going, it ain't for us. One time somebody said, "Mark, do you want to be on our podcast where we talk about sex and relationships and how to have sex in relationship?" No, I ain't trying to be on your sex podcast. That don't line up with my vision. That don't line up with where I'm going. Well, you could get more viewership. It ain't worth it for me. That don't line up with where I'm trying to go with my life. and what I stand for. You against having sex? I ain't saying that. But I'm not gonna get up on no podcast because that ain't my calling. That ain't what God called me to do. Be talking about that. God called me to educate, liberate, and get people closer to their goals. That's my calling. That's what He called me to do. So when distractions or things that try to pull you away from your life vision, you got to be cognizant of it. But the only way you're cognizant of it is if you know your life vision and your mission for your life. We got to say, well, what's our mission? What is our vision? And you create that. You create that. Companies have vision statements. You are a business. You are a peculiar person. We're doing kingdom work. We're on assignment. So what's the main vision? The main vision is bringing people to Christ. That's the main vision. That's the Great Commission. Our main vision at the end of the day should be, how do I get people to God? That should be the main vision. But within the main vision, there's some other areas in the kingdom that you are assigned to. Your assignment might be the medical field. Your assignment might be the educational field. Your assignment might be here. But you have an assignment on this earth. Your assignment might be the human resource field. Whatever it is your assignment is, you have an assignment on this earth. You have to figure out what drives you, what irritates you, what makes you mad, what makes you passionate. Any bullying, anytime I see people picking on the underdog, that irritates the life out of me, man. That bothers me. When I see people grappling and struggling and trying to, single parent mom trying to do the best they can, and they can't, that bothers me. So that's my passion, man. When I see people not being able to pay their bills and struggling, man, that bothers me, man. That's my passion. I want to see everybody wealthy. I want to see everybody walking in prosperity. I want to see everybody winning. It bothers me. That's my passion. And so I stay in my vein. I stay in my lane. When I hear the statistics of Black and brown children and black that can't read and people looking at them like they're less than and that they dumb just because they come from the hood and the parents don't care just because the parents are poor, man, that bothers me, man. That bothers me to my core, man. So because it bothers me and because it's a passion of mine, I know that's something that I got to fight against. That's my calling. And then I'm single-minded in the fact. Then I forget the things that are passed on. And again, rinse and repeat that cycle. So hopefully you got something from this. If you got something from this, say, I got it. Give me a thumbs up. Give me a I got it. Give me a check mark. Holla at your boy. Let me know you got something. So we're going to make our affirmations. I'm going to drink some of this vitamin C. Hopefully my nose stop hurting. And not hurting like a cold. It's just like feel like something. It's just hurting there. And then I'll see you tomorrow morning at 8:30. I'll see you tomorrow morning at 8:30. We'll do this again. Family, I'll say this for real. You gotta go back and watch these things, man. If you just watch it one time, I think you miss it. And not only do I do it, you'll see me cut the video up and just try to pull out some pieces for you, so you can have it. But you gotta go back and watch these, man. You gotta go back and watch it because I might move into a whole different direction the next day, depending on how I feel. And sometimes I might be up, and sometimes I might be. This is a more direct, instructional type video of what you should be doing. But if you have a message that resonates with you, go back and watch it. Go back and say, let me go get these nuggets out of here. Let me get these jewels out of here. because you want to have that in your repertoire. There's some videos, man, that I listen to over and over and over and over again. There's a brother who he does weightlifting videos. Man, I listened to this brother's video for 6 years straight. The same video. I know exactly what he's gonna say, but it helps me. It changed the way I lift weights. It changed the way I think about the weight room, man. It changed me. It changed me. And so don't be afraid to go back and listen to something several times. Just like you listen to a song several times. You'll listen to it over and over again. So let's make our affirmations. 2023. Oh, I'm sorry. Repeat this after me. Repeat this after me. Stick with it, for family. For real. Stick with this. Don't let it go. For real. Don't let it go. This is a place. Morning message here is a place, man, that I don't see this any other place. I don't see this going on any other place where we're creating a sense of family, and that we're making our affirmations and we're coming together. You know, and it's happening every day. I'm telling you, man, it's something that happens when we are saying the same message and we believe in the same thing, man. God shows up. He does. So stick with this. I know it's tough sometimes to get up at 5:30 in the morning. I know it's tough to come every single day. I know it is. I know this ain't easy. I know sometimes you might be sleeping. You might just be looking at the phone like this. Oh, yeah, I know it gets tough, but stick with it. And if you fall asleep, get back up and do it again. Press. Forget those. And if you miss a day, don't feel like, oh, I missed a day, I can't come back. Come back anytime. Come back. It's always on Facebook. It's on all social media platforms. Don't let this go. All right, let's make these affirmations. When I say make the affirmation, I mean I said, you said, I said, you said, I said, you said. All right. 2023 is the year of the blessing, and the blessing is enough. The blessing of the Lord is upon me, and it makes me rich without any sorrows. I am rich. I am a multi-millionaire for the kingdom of God. I will leave an inheritance for my children's children. I'm out of debt. My needs are met. I got plenty more to put in store. My body is whole. My mind is whole. Wealth and riches are in my house. My relationships with my significant other is whole. My relationship with my children are whole. Everything I touch prospers. I have houses in the city and houses in the field. I am blessed and I trust God. God is my source and my provider. I am what success looks like. In Jesus' name, amen. Well, family, there it is. I love you. Have an amazing Friday. Shoot, I'm looking at the time like, man, I need to take a nap, man. I got to take a nap, but I got to take my kids to school, man. Love y'all. See you tomorrow morning, 8:30 a.m. Dr. MarcK Abraham, #1 success speaker in the world. Peace.